Hey there, fellow viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am talking about front-end development. What is front-end development? Front-end development refers to the practice of creating the user interface and user experience of a website or web application. It involves building and implementing the visual and interactive elements that users see and interact with directly in their web browsers. They work on the client side of development, focusing on the presentation layer and ensuring that the website or application is visually appealing, responsive, and user-friendly. Front-end development programming languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Front-end developers are responsible for translating design mockups or wireframes into functional and visually appealing websites or applications. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the standard markup language used for creating the structure and content of web pages. HTML uses a set of tags and elements to define the structure and organization of the content on a web page. HTML is responsible for defining the structure and content of a web page. It allows you to specify headings, paragraphs, lists, images, tables, forms, links, and other elements that make up the content of a web page. HTML is a markup language, which means it uses a set of tags to mark up or define the different parts of a document. Tags are enclosed in angle brackets and typically come in pairs, an opening tag and a closing tag. The content is placed between the opening and closing tags. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is a style sheet language used for describing the visual appearance and formatting of HTML and XML document. CSS allows you to define the layout, colors, fonts, spacing, and other visual aspects of a web page. CSS separates the presentation layer from the structure and content of a web page. It enables you to define the visual styles in a separate CSS file or within the HTML document using the tag. CSS uses specific rules and precedents to determine which style declarations should be applied. CSS is a fundamental tool for front-end web development. It enables developers to control the visual aspects of web pages and create attractive, responsive, and user-friendly design. CSS frameworks like Bootstrap, Tailwinds. CSS frameworks are pre-built collections of CSS files and components that provide a foundation for building websites or web applications. They offer a set of standardized styles and reusable UI components, helping developers save time and effort in designing and styling their projects. These CSS frameworks provide a solid starting point for front-end development, offering consistent styles, responsive layouts, and reusable components. Developers can choose a framework based on their project requirements, design preferences, and familiarity with the framework's syntax. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a high-level programming language primarily used for developing dynamic and interactive web pages. It is often referred to as the language of the web because it is widely supported by web browsers and allows developers to add interactivity, behavior, and dynamic content to websites, developing dynamic and interactive web pages. JavaScript is primarily used as a client-side scripting language, which means it runs on the user's web browser rather than the server. It enables developers to create dynamic web content, handle user events, manipulate HTML elements, and communicate with web servers asynchronously. JavaScript has a vast ecosystem of frameworks and libraries that simplify and enhance JavaScript frameworks like React, Angular, Vue,